Hello everyone, my name is Carlos Palacio, and today my speech to combine two others is a talk about the greatest challenges of climate change in and environmental in whole world. Okay, so in this millennium, about the change in the environmental change in the earth has taken the increase the weather and the heat in whole world and the reducing the forest, the reducing the trees, and the whole green places. But in this case, I'm going to show you the main ideas that I made in a list. What is the different challenging and what is passing through in the whole world, okay? It is taking out the basic or many consequences, many troubles, what is living on or on my own, and what is my investigating and what is making about a comparative in 20 years ago as today has days. Okay, so the first one about the wars is happening. It is the rising global temperatures. Okay, so the average global temperature has been rising about that since 19th century, and the consequence has been reflected about that situation in any places like lakes, rivers, like the forest clears and in different reports and many this one. Okay, so and in this case if I got another samples like this one, like the heat waves were experienced in the whole world, like in Europe, like in America Latina, in USA, or maybe in Antarctica or Arctica, with the melting glaciers, and increase the wildfire in like it's happening with fire in the forest or maybe in the mountains or in any places like that. Okay, but in this case I got to you a maybe a potential solution for this one that is would be to use in your home or maybe in your apartment solar panel or maybe a wind panel that is it have well with the solar panel you can use it with their solar waves, and it helps to you to renovate your energy. And the wheel panels it's a similar way, but it used with air, don't you? And it is important and to have in your heart and your arm. Okay, and the second one is the biodiversity loss. Okay, the loss of biodiversity is imminent about the weather challenges and weather change like I mentioned in the first one point. Okay, so in this case we can take for another sample like extinction of many species or maybe disruption of ecosystems or loss of coral reefs in a lot of different seas in the whole world. And in this case, a potential solution for this one, we can use or we can try and reduce energy like in different buildings, or maybe you can use public transportation, and you can use gas fuels, and try to reduce the fossil fuels to help the weather and the animals to increase their numbers. Okay, the third one here is the water scarcity. The water scarcity is a precipitation and patterns that their increase about that due to warmer mysteries are water scarcity. Okay, and many different example for this one is like a droughts or rivers, or maybe drought on lakes, or maybe drought on sparks, water shortage like I told you, and impacts in agriculture. Don't you remember that the animals for agriculture they need a lot of water, And in this case, we can use a potential solution that it will be reforesting and agroforestry can help to reduce a carbon dioxide impact, okay? And then the last one is the human migration and conflict, okay? As I talked to you, the last challenge, the migration has been a great, or maybe the greatest trouble, or maybe the trouble that the people has been forced to leave their homes to do rising about that drugs or maybe another environmental impact, okay? For this one, the example for there, it could be climate refuge or conflicts over resources or impact on human health, okay? So in this case, I got to you maybe a potential solution that we can make together, because well, if we work together, we can thrive our own and our own objective, okay? So the international cooperation with a UNO cooperation with a different kind of groups of maybe the private business, maybe the government, and maybe the ONGs, or maybe anyone people, because if you work together we can take an effective solution, okay? And this is the part of my speech. This is my speech of to combine to others. I hope you can have any information and you can like it, okay? And thank you so much.